Welcome back. We've got nouns that can be used as countable and uncountable. But if you use it in the countable way, the meaning is different, as in not the way that it is in the uncountable way. Don't worry, confused, right? Let's get started. You'll understand. Our first word is paper. Paper. Now, if you're talking about sheets that are used for writing, they are, or the paper to use that time, or the paper is uncountable. The meaning is, you say, give me a sheet of paper. That is, you're talking about what you use for writing. What you use for writing. So give me a sheet of paper if it is one. If it's more than one, then you use give me sheets of paper. So it's the word sheet that you make plural if the paper is more than one. Instead of saying give me a paper, you say give me a sheet of paper. Sheets of paper, that is more than one. So we're talking about when we use for writing. You do not say give me a paper. You say give me a sheet of paper. Now let's see the second one. They are the same words, the same spelling, everything, only the meaning different. Here, paper can be countable when you mean an exam. That is, for example, you can say to someone, how many papers have you done? This means how many exams have you done? 2 papers remain for me to finish. That is, 2 exams remain for me to finish. So when you mean exam, the word paper, you can use a. You can use as plural. We have many papers to do before the end of the term or semester. But you remember, if you're talking about what we use for writing, it is uncountable. Good. Now, medicine. It is uncountable when you mean the knowledge. You want to become a doctor, so you go for medicine. So the knowledge of that, the knowledge is uncountable. You do not say I want to study a medicine. I want to study a medicine. No, but I want to study medicine because I want to become a doctor. You are talking about the knowledge of that. But when you mean something that you take so that you become fine, you become well when you are sick, it is countable. For example, how many medicines are here? You are talking about the things you use. You take, you drink, for example, you swallow if you are sick so that you become well. So there is countable. I have not taken my medicines. That is what to use so that I'm not sick anymore. But the knowledge is uncountable. Pharmacy. Here too, we are talking about the knowledge that you have or you acquire so that you know to prepare medicines. It is uncountable. What do you want to study? Pharmacy, not a pharmacy. But here, pharmacy, if you mean the place, shop that you go that sells medicines, the shop that you go and get medicines you buy, that is countable. For example, how many pharmacies are in your town? You are talking about the shops, not the knowledge. So it's just like medicine. Then scholarship, a lot of knowledge. The knowledge that is a lot about something, like let's say about a particular subject, that is uncountable. So scholars have a lot of knowledge about a particular subject depending on what the knowledge is. So there is uncountable. You need scholarship for you to be able to explain what is happening to people. That is, you need a lot of knowledge. You need knowledge a lot so that I can be able to do that. But here, scholarship, when you are a student, you can't pay for your studies, so you are helped so that you can continue the studies. So you say you gain a scholarship. There, it is countable. A scholarship. I have gained a scholarship. A scholarship. You see, it is countable there. But you see, the words are different in meaning. Nature. Here is uncountable when you are talking about what has been made by God. For example, you can't change the nature, that is what has been made by God. But when you're talking about here, nature, you're talking about the way that someone behaves, someone's habit. So it is countable. Say, that is, I don't like a nature that is like that. You mean I do not like a habit, a way of life that is like that? I don't like their natures. I do not like their natures. I do not like their way of life. I do not like their habits. Okay? Recording. The process, the way of recording, to record something is uncountable. The action of doing that. The other recording is here. If you record something, so that thing that has been recorded, you can call it a recording. So if you have 5, you can say, I have 5 recordings. That is 5 things that I have recorded. But the action, the way of doing that, as in the first, is uncountable. Reading. This is the act, the way of reading. A is A, B is B. That is uncountable. Do you like reading? Not do you like a reading. But the second one here, or the last, reading, when you are taking the measurement of something, you say, how many readings have you taken? Here it means what? You are talking about measurement. So you measure something once, you say, I have taken 1 reading. You measure it twice, you say, I have done or taken 2 readings. That is 2 measurements. The drawing, this is when you mean the act, the way of doing the drawing. So that is uncountable. Like, I like drawing, not I like a drawing. That is the process, the way. But here drawing, that is something that has been drawn. Like, I like your drawings. That is, I like things that you have drawn, pictures like that. How many drawings have you done? We are talking about the things that have been drawn, not the way of doing the drawing. Cooking too, when you mean the process, way of doing the cooking is uncountable. Here, it means something that has been cooked. So, how many cookings have you done? You are talking about the food. The food. Like you have rice, you have beans, you have three cookings. Like we have beans, you have rice, you have potato. But the way action is uncountable. Building, that is the action, the way of doing the building is uncountable. Here, building, you can use it countably when something has been built, that is a house. You say, how many buildings do you have? How many houses? How many houses that have been built? So if something has been built, you can call it a building. But that means you can say one building, two buildings, three buildings. But the action, when you're talking about the action, like I can do building, that is, I can do the work of making a house, that is uncountable. But when you mean a house, it has been built, you can use, it is used as countable. One building, two buildings, three buildings. So I hope it's getting clearer. But if you use it in this way, you can't use it. It is not used in the uncountable way. But if you use it in this way, with this meaning, yes, it is used as countable. So in the countable way, the meaning is that. The uncountable way, the meaning is that. The last part of it, billing. This is to do with someone has bought something from you, so you are going to ask them to pay. So that is the word, the billing. You have to pay $20, for example. So that is what it is, uncountable. But here you are talking about there is a company, so the complete amount of the business that in a particular period of time the company does, so that is countable. Then caricature. Here, the drawings that if you look, you laugh. So someone draws someone that the eyes are bigger or the nose is bigger. Such drawings that make you laugh, and that the way that they have been drawn, that the parts of the body of that person that has been drawn are not the way that the person is. Normally they make you laugh. So the action of doing that is uncountable. You say caricature. Do you do caricature? You are talking about the action. The action, uncountable. But when it has been drawn, it is countable. Now you can say a caricature caricatures more than one. Presentation, the way, the action of presenting something to someone is uncountable. But the other one, for example, you have something to discuss with people, or there's something new, so you have a meeting, that type of meeting. So the presentation, you can say we have a presentation, that is, we are going to meet. so that you know that there is a new thing, there's a new that and that. So that meeting, having that meaning on presentation is countable. But the action of presenting something to someone, giving them, showing them, is uncountable. Orientation. This is to do with someone is into a new job. They don't know much about the job. So you to show them, tell them, make them familiar with the job. This is how we do that. This is how that is uncountable. I say he needs orientation, not he needs an orientation. And the other one here is to do with where an object faces, the direction of that object. So it's the orientation of the object. So there is used, can be used. That meaning is countable. With that meaning is countable. What are the orientations of the objects? Now you're talking about the directions that they face. Good. I think the last one, prescription. This is to do with what the doctor writes. That is the way you need doctor's prescription. That is, you need doctor to write medicines for you that you are to take because you are sick. Has he given you the prescription? That is the work, the action, the way. I hope you understand. Just like presentation is uncountable. Here is to do with what has been. Here is to do with medicine that has been prescribed. Like in tell the person, have you bought the prescriptions? You're talking about the medicines. Now you're not talking about the action that take this, take that, take paracetamol, take Panadol, and the rest. They're uncountable. But here you're talking about like, have you bought the prescriptions? You're talking about the medicines that have been prescribed. I've not bought my prescriptions. My prescriptions, you're talking about the medicines. So there is countable. Wow, that's it. So until next time.